Hello everyone, I'm NATALIA BILBAO, and here's what's happening in LA this week. The holiday season is amongst us, and if there's one place that shows no sign of slowing down, that's the Port of LA. Mayor Garcetti was there to praise the workers who've kept the port operative 24/7 since mid-October, and alongside U.S. Labor Secretary MARTY WALSH discussed measures to improve the supply chain and overall functioning of the port. Let's take a look.
The world's attention and the nation's attention has been in the San Pedro Harbor, where the twin ports of LA and Long Beach are now the busiest container ports in the world. We're seeing that the global economy, in the midst of a global pandemic, has been stretched thin when it comes to labor, when it comes to our health, and when it comes to our economic activity. But thanks to the hard work and commitment of this team and of our longshore workers who are working around the clock, as well as so many other people in warehouses and driving trucks, we've succeeded in moving record-breaking cargo through these terminals behind me.
Generally speaking, we're in much better shape than many of us thought, even back in the summertime. Over the last year and a half, we've been averaging a peak season month every month for that time frame. So our longshore labor, our truckers, our warehouses, everybody's working at full strength. But we're going to continue to improve the supply chain, and we've got work happening every day in Washington, Sacramento, right here on the ground in Los Angeles. And you'll see an improved supply chain as we continue to bring people together.
We have to remember that the supply chain issue is not just simply about unloading ships here in the harbor. It's also about filling containers in other parts of the world that also shut down factories. And I think as we continue to move forward here, as we continue to get more people vaccinated, as we continue to come through this, we'll be stronger.
Another hopeful development, of course, which Robert Garcia and I were both able to witness, was the passage and signing of the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. We need to see that come here for long-term infrastructure, to have access to more rail operations, to have access to land that's cut off right now by train tracks, and to be able to train the next generation of workers. Modernization is ongoing always. A port that was cutting edge 20 years ago, a terminal, needs to have new investments, and that's, remember, done primarily through the companies themselves. But when we make money, we're able to put that back in and assist them, especially greener ports, less polluting ports, plug in for electricity instead of burning the dirty fuel that goes straight into our neighborhoods. That's where I'm very focused on, what we can do to make sure the quality of life improves for folks right here.
Ghost guns. We hear about them all the time in the news. Generally, they are unserialized and untraceable firearms that can be bought online and assembled at home. In their efforts to combat crime in the streets of Los Angeles, LA City Council members Paul KREKORIAN and KORETZ have led the way in passing an ordinance that prohibits the sale, transportation, possession, and purchase of ghost guns in the city.
These guns should have no place in Los Angeles and have already wreaked havoc on our streets.
I think most of your viewers would be shocked to realize how easy it is to obtain weapons through internet purchasing.
Ghost guns are, it's a term that's used for guns that are non-serialized. They're guns that have pieces or components that don't have any markings.
One of the trends that's developed now is buying parts of guns that can then be assembled into working guns that would otherwise be prohibited. This ordinance is an important step forward in trying to rein that in.
Ghost guns are the guns of choice for criminals precisely because they're so hard to trace.
People are carrying these guns because they're engaged in criminal activity. Year to date, we've seized over 1,800 guns, as compared to 813 guns last year.
Just last year, LAPD confiscated more than 800 ghost guns in the course of criminal investigations from one source.
It's outrageous that there's business interests out there that are enriching themselves with the lives of people on the streets of Los Angeles who are being victimized by crime. There's no reason that a law-abiding gun owner should seek to avoid a background check or should seek a weapon that doesn't have a serial number so it can't be traced.
The overwhelming majority of people that have ghost guns do have them because they're legally not permitted to have them otherwise. This will reduce homicides and other crimes in the city of Los Angeles.
If people now are aware that this is illegal, they can go to any police station and they can turn those guns in at any time. and no questions asked.
Every December 1st, Los Angeles unites for World AIDS Day. Councilmember Gil Cedillo, Mayor Eric Garcetti, and local officials gathered at Lincoln Park to rededicate the wall Las Memorias. This is the first publicly funded AIDS monument in the country, which seeks to preserve the memory of the people lost due to this illness.
Today is World AIDS Day, December 1st, throughout the world. Today we're here to commemorate and rededicate our commitment to eliminate AIDS and HIV in our community here in Northeast Los Angeles, here in Lincoln Heights, here at Lincoln Park, the site of the wall Las Memorias.
They're not with us materially, physically, but they're absolutely with us here tonight. And the renewal of the physical space here is about the renewal of our memory. That idea that you can die twice, once when you die and second time when people forget you. Well, these folks will never die because we will never forget them.
I have a lot of dear friends that have passed from AIDS that we have lost. And Richard had an idea many, many years ago. And I think it's lovely that what he has created down here with the wall and people being able to never forget people we lost due to AIDS.
It speaks to the movement that can happen on a national level to create beautiful scenes like this in our local parks.
Really making a statement that the county should always be a part of memorializing and historically putting a face on those individuals that lost their lives because of HIV and AIDS, and not to lose sight of who they are.
To all of you who lost someone who's afraid to put a name on the monument, to all of you at home who are remembering your loved one at this moment, I just want to say we built the monument just for you. Thank you.
Every little bit counts, especially when you're in the arts. This is why Council District 13, led by Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, has given 19 theaters $5,000 grants to support them through these challenging times. The council member teamed up with the Department of Cultural Affairs to help these small theaters because now more than ever, the show must go on.
We're elevating the cause and the struggle of our small live theater community in Los Angeles, which is a critical component to arts and culture in this city.
So we're here today to acknowledge the 19 theater organizations within CD13 to announce the awards that they received, a grant of $5,000 to support the theaters during this pandemic and provide some stabilization for the organizations.
That $5,000 that we got, all the theater companies that got that today will really help us, because every little bit counts, especially when you're in the arts.
It's gonna get us through so many months, especially in programming for Film Arts Teatro. So it's allowing us to move forward and creating more opportunities, not just for ourselves, but also artists.
I'm excited that the city believes in art enough, believes in storytelling, believes in small theaters, because we need that support. I'm excited that the city of Los Angeles and all of its audiences get a chance to be reacquainted.
Councilman Mitchell O'Farrell, District 13 has been amazing. I've owned a theater on Theater Row for over 15 years, and during the pandemic, we unfortunately had to close. So I luckily have been able to still keep one of my other venues that I had upstairs because of the grants that we've been receiving. And so we're here today because these grant money is truly what's been helping to keep us alive.
Mayor Garcetti and LAPD Chief Moore address smash and grab incidents. The LADWP urges efficient water usage citywide, and the Beautify LA grant program selects its finalist projects. These stories up next on City Beat.
Mayor Eric Garcetti and LAPD Chief Michael Moore held a press conference to discuss arrests as well as other measures being taken to address recent occurrences of smash and grab incidents. Local businesses from South Los Angeles to Beverly Hills have collectively suffered losses of nearly $340,000 in stolen merchandise and have incurred over $40,000 in property damage. During the presser, Mayor Garcetti commended the overtime efforts of LAPD officers to mitigate the crime spree and applauded the swift action of capturing the alleged perpetrators. Los Angeles Department of Water and Power has announced a 0% initial allocation of water from the State Water Project in response to the urgent conservation effort. The State Water Project supplies an average of 40 to 60% of LADWP's entire water via the California Aqueduct. To help incentivize customers to save water, LADWP continues to offer rebates and incentive programs that encourage water use efficiency. Meanwhile, the LADWP continues to urge residents to be conscientious about their water usage amidst the current severe water shortage. To learn more about water conservation at your home or business, visit ladwp.com/save. The Board of Public Works unanimously approved funding for 14 neighborhood beautification projects as part of the Beautify LA grant program. Finalists are required to match a minimum of 25% of the $2,500 grant amount through contributions that include outside funds, discounts, or donations of professional services and general volunteer time. The Board of Public Works created this grant program to support the efforts of community-based groups to beautify public spaces throughout Los Angeles. To learn about the upcoming second round of the grant program, visit laocb.org.
What has been written in the past can be rewritten in the future. Powerful words from the Jewish Federation of Greater Los Angeles to bring a strong feeling of community to Los Angeles. During a local celebration of Hanukkah, Mayor Garcetti, alongside local and civic leaders, came together to stand against anti-Semitism and emphasize that LA is for everyone.
This morning we're celebrating Hanukkah. It's the week of Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights. Every year we celebrate with our community, civic, and elected leaders, and we're so honored to be here downtown in Grand Park this year to celebrate. We are also part of a national campaign this week called Shine a Light, and it's shining a light on anti-Semitism. There has been a tremendous rise in anti-Semitism, unfortunately, around the country, around the world, and even here in Los Angeles. So we're coming together with our community, our Jewish community and our non-Jewish communities to stand together against anti-Semitism and all forms of hate, bigotry, and bias.
This is a town that has always said we belong. And in the contrast to the story of Hanukkah, of needing to fight for one's identity, here in this moment, I think it has real resonance, not just for Jews, but for all the community members that are here. So when we look at this Hanukkah, for me, it was finding that common ground, and I thank you for coming to our community and to celebrate with us in what has been a tough year.
We have the potential as individuals and as communities to bring light into the world and to bring goodness into the world. And this year, it's particularly meaningful as we begin to hopefully emerge from now 19 months of COVID, which has created so many difficulties around the world. And we've also seen, unfortunately, a rise of anti-Semitism. But here we come together in Los Angeles, united, together, really seeking to bring light to our city, to our communities, to the world, to celebrate and to also say we are here and we are resilient.
The light that we bring through Hanukkah as an example, and hopefully in partnership with many other people across many other faiths, gives a paragon of hope. The idea that tomorrow can be better than yesterday, and that what has been written in the past can be rewritten in the future.
In their aim to get people back into the flow of real life again, Councilmember Joe Vizcaino and the Chamber of Commerce of San Pedro brought some brightness to the residents of Council District 15 with a tree lighting ceremony. It was a fun opportunity for local music and dance groups to showcase their talents and for this close-knit community to enjoy the holiday spirit. Check it out.
Our annual tree lighting here in San Pedro. This is one of 5 taking place in Council District 15. And coming out of the pandemic, we're back, vaccinated, excited to see our neighbors, reunite with our families this holiday season. And because of what we've done as a city, we're able to come together as community and celebrate the holidays together. We still are finding families who are in need. What we've done is, again, the amazing contributions from philanthropists, from our community-based organizations, our labor partners, our business partners. We've seen food giveaways for those who need the most help.
Happy holidays!
Coming out of COVID, especially, these are the most important events. Just to get people back into the flow of real life again. It's a very tight-knit community. Many of the families here have kids that are active, whether it's bands or drill or dance squad.
It's really cool to perform live again because it was hard being apart from my friends and the group I dance with. And it's really, amazing to be back and performing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is kind of the intro to the holiday season, and here we are in Southern California, where 11 months of the year it's hot. And now it gets a little chilly, the sun sets a little earlier, and you can go out, have some hot chocolate, grab a slice of pizza, grab some cookies, listen to some great Christmas music, and see Santa.
Snow is here in Los Angeles, and just to see the joy and the smiles and the laughter is so heartwarming at a time we're coming out of this pandemic. So we're back and we're excited to be together.
Wasn't that tree beautiful? Make sure to stick around. Later in the show, we'll discuss safety tips for your pets around the holidays. The Los Angeles Police Department always strives to give back and bring the community together where they serve. They found a great way to do both with their annual car show and toy drive at the Police Academy. Over 250 cars were displayed with toys going to local families in need. Let's take a look.
We're here today because we're holding our annual car show. It's a fundraiser so we can raise toys and money so we can buy gifts for our kids in our community.
This is a car show that we've done to be able to raise money and have all these cool cars and these owners of these beautiful cars come and donate toys so that we can give them to kids here from the community in Northeast in Los Angeles.
Today we have over 250 cars. We have over 300 to 400 people. The reason for the car show here at the Police Academy is because of its history. Show that, hey, this is a community event. We do it together, and what better location than the Police Academy?
We're part of a car team, and it's good to see that there's women being a part of teams and building their cars and driving cars also, so ladies can do this as well, to go ahead and, bring their cars, show us what they drive, and, let them know that, that ladies can also build a car.
I grew up in this community. I was born and raised here, so it's a blessing to be able to give back to kids and to be able to make their Christmas, especially after last year's pandemic. It feels good to be back and to put a smile on a lot of people's faces.
Come into our station, let's continue the relationship, let's do this toy giveaway together and give it to all the needy families in our area.
Staff members from Council District 10 held a community event at Bethany Baptist Church where they distributed holiday food packages to people who are struggling. Take a look at this truly impactful and heartwarming gesture for residents of the district.
Today we are here at Bethany Baptist Church, right here in the heart of CD10, serving the community and giving back to people in need.
We're well aware how there are many families that stand in need of sustenance, food if you will, and so we are here to provide that for our community.
We are here to ease financial burdens for people, providing turkeys, providing resources, and being able to provide holiday food packages for people struggling.
It makes me feel that people are thinking about us. We've been going through a lot for the last 2 years, and being kind of behind the closed door all the time, so I much appreciate it.
I just got a free turkey, a big free turkey. It makes me feel good, happy, feel loved, wanted. I didn't have a turkey, but I got one now.
Knowing that I have a turkey, because I was thinking about getting a hen, a duck, because they were telling me that the prices had, just gone up tremendously. So I'm just delighted for this.
I am so grateful to be a part of not only an organization like this, but also just a cause like this. It's just so impactful and so heartwarming.
Later in the show, we'll tell you about an upcoming event in the district, Snow Night in Lemert. We might not see snow during the holiday season in the streets of Los Angeles, but in Council District 9, they know how to give their constituents sledding and fun snowball fights. The Winter Festival, organized by the Rec and Park Center and Councilmember Curran Price, was a chance for people to be out and have a good time dashing through the snow.
We're just really excited to be here at the Expo Park for the Winter Holiday Festival.
I feel like crying because, we've all been through this horrible pandemic, and I know we're still going through it. So today, I am just so grateful. Last year we had to cancel. This is our 15th annual Winter Festival, just for the community. Everything is free, snow, we have games, we have all the entities in the park that are here to help support this event. So today is a day of just being grateful.
I think it's amazing. This is what our kids need after being locked down for a year, and just to be out and have a good time with other neighborhood people. Just enjoy each other.
I've never seen snow. I'm born and raised in California. So to have something where I can introduce my son to sledding and snowboarding, and for me, I want to do it too.
People always tell me that Santa's not real, it's just their parents just giving them presents. But they're just trying to mess up the holidays, so I'm just not going to believe them. I'm wishing for PS4. I already had a PS4.
Happy holidays.
Some of the best things about the holiday season are the delicious foods and beautiful decorations we add to our homes. But what is enjoyable for you might be a hazard for your pet. LA Animal Services shares some safety tips to help keep the season merry for both humans and pets. Check it out.
During the holiday times, it's really a festive time for a lot of pet owners and our animals, and because it's such a happy time, we want to be able to share it with our animal friends. However, there's a lot of things that we put out, including decorations, some of the foods related to the festivities that aren't necessarily great for our friends. Some of the things are, for example, your holiday decorations. Many times we have a lot of festive decorations up, but we have to be mindful that some of these decorations can be tempting for some of our friends who may, reach out to them, want to eat some of them and they're not necessarily good for them. An example is tinsel. You know, we put that on the holiday trees, but many times if that gets ingested or eaten by our pets, that can actually cause blockage to their stomachs. There's also the electrical wires that's associated with the lights that we have up. Many times your animal friends, they're fascinated by those lights and want to go and play with it so they can actually get electrical shock from it. We also have a lot of the flowers that we put out, the poinsettias. Those are actually not good for our pets as well because those can actually cause harm to our pet's gastronomic system. So if you do have holiday decorations out, just make sure that, you know, your pets can't reach them. Ornaments also, because, you know, some of those glass ornaments, they fall down. They can actually hurt the animal if they chew them. One of the things also is, as I mentioned, food. We have a lot of delicious foods for the holidays, but a lot of these foods like turkey and a lot of the sweets like pies and cookies are actually bad for our pets. A lot of the foods that are rich in calories are also too rich for our animal friends to be able to digest those foods. And chocolates, especially baking chocolates that you find in a lot of cookies and cakes, those are actually not good for your pets. So if your pet does ingest something or you notice that they're starting to act differently, maybe they got into some ornaments or some of the things that they're not supposed to, you want to be able to call your vet. So ensure that you have the phone number for your vet so that you can have a conversation with them to see the next step to be able to get your pet to feel better.
Visit the Winter Wonderland in Council District 14. Enjoy free food and fun family activities at Santa's new 9th workshop, or catch the festivities at Snow Night in Lemert. All this and more on Things to Do.
Councilmember Kevin De Leon invites you to the Winter Wonderland in Council District 14. This seasonal event will bring holiday crafts, entertainment, and the fan favorite Ugly Sweater Contest for those who think they have the threads to compete. This holiday event will even feature a snow pit and much more. It's a chilling good time for everyone at the Winter Wonderland. You can check out this District 14 event Saturday, December 18th, beginning at 3 p.m. For more information, you can call the Councilmember District Office at 213-473-7014. 'Tis the season for free food, raffles, and more at Santa's new 9th workshop, brought to you by Councilmember Curran Price of District 9. Bring the whole family to Vermont Square Park and partake in face painting, ornament decorating, or just rock out to a live DJ. Get into the spirit by visiting Santa Price's photo booth, where kids with letters to Santa get a special treat. Spend an afternoon of holiday cheer at Santa's new 9th workshop. The fun kicks off on Friday, December 17th, beginning at 3 p.m. For more information on this fun, frosty event, call Councilmember Curran Price's district office at 323-846-2651. Join the team members from the Office of Council District 10 for Snow Night in Lemert. All are welcome to the Lemert Park Plaza for an evening of hot chocolate, delicious treats, and snow sledding. Festivities will also include live music and a holiday night market. Entry is free. You must RSVP, so act quickly. Snow Night in Lemert blows in Friday, December 17th at 5 p.m. For more information or to RSVP, visit cd10.lacity.org. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.